Here we go. This is the July 26th, 2025 MLB Lean Show. I've been working on this thing for 2 days. I don't know how I'm going to be able to produce graphics and all the other thing that it requires to do a show like this on my own and work a full-time job. I have no clue how this is going to work. The weekends is easy, right? I could stay up late on a Friday, get up early on a Saturday, put it all together, and now record a show. So I'm just going to get into it because we're doing the entire slate from top to bottom in the MLB. I will say the only game that we're skipping out on is probably game one of Cleveland and Kansas City for no good reason. And also we're staying away from any severe wet games. So here we are. We got Yankees, Phillies. The Phillies bats are in fuego right now, and unbelievable amount of hits last night. They did really well. Marcus Stroman, he's always good to give up a few runs, but he's got an amazing history against this Phillies team. What I worry about here in this one is Ranger Suarez. Does he have some arm fatigue? I want to say over his last 4 starts, we've seen some steady increases in walks, less Ks, more runs, et cetera, et cetera. In this one, I like the Yankees plus 1.5 at the minus 160. I think Stroman comes out and surprises us all, gives us a little bit better performance than he did yesterday. Yankees at home, they're bound to win one over the Phillies. I think there's so many runs that were scored last night. I actually almost kind of feel a partial under in this situation. But I like Yankees plus 1.5 at minus 160, a little juicy, and the team total over 4.5, and Yankees money line at plus 106. Dog alert. Yeah, why not? Why not? I like that a lot. So let's try this. Let's get into the next one. Just like clockwork, there's Toronto at Detroit. Somebody in the comments yesterday said, don't take Toronto, you'll be sad. It turned out that was a lie. Maury Povich said that was not the truth, and it was Toronto all day yesterday. But guess what? Today, Tarek Skubal on the mound, and I'm still fading Tarek. I've faded him since one game before the All-Star break. Then I faded him on the All-Star break. I faded him in his last start. I can't remember what he did in his last start, but today I do believe Toronto keeps going. I think they keep going, and Detroit continues to struggle. And people of the world, maybe not the world, but in Michigan at least, they're going to sit back and they're going to be like, how is Skubal and these Detroit Tigers, who were up in the American League Central by 10 games or more just a few weeks ago, they have not been playing very well. I like Toronto on the run line plus 1.5, minus 134. I think it could be a low scoring game. Of course, Kevin Gausman's been much better than he has lately. Here's another thing to consider. Tarek Skubal has just been given the last 3 or 4 days off. Him and his wife just had a baby just a few days ago. And now you're telling me he's just going to walk out into Tiger Stadium and pitch a no-hitter in honor of his new kid? I don't think so. He's waiting hand and foot, trying to do what he can. I'm sorry, I'm a Major League Baseball player, babe. I'm going to breastfeed for you, all the things. And so he's probably not going to do as well as you might think he is. I think he gives up at least one run early to everyone's surprise. The Nerfy is way too juicy, somewhere around minus 170 or something. And usually when that happens, there is a run in the first inning. So I'm going to stay away from the Nerfy, but I love Toronto plus 1.5 today over my Detroit Tigers. Moving on, the Rays, Ryan Pepio versus Andrew Abbott. These are two really good pitchers. Rarely in the MLB this year, you're going to find two pitchers going up against each other that have under a 4 FIP, fielding independent pitching. And these guys have it both. And you can see here, minus 102, minus 119. It's essentially a pick'em situation. They are the two of the better pitchers in the MLB right now. The model says this thing finishes under 8 runs. I got it around 7.25, somewhere around there. So for that reason, I'm going first 5 under 4.5 at minus 118. Tampa on the money line. I think that the bats are slightly better over there today against Andrew Abbott. I know he's supposed to be lights out. He's just the hero of the world, but I think Pepio, however you say his name, I think he comes out here and surprises us all and gets a little bit over 6 or 7 strikeouts today. So I like that at minus 130. Give me the Rays on the money line. Colorado. Wow. Could they get any worse? I mean, I know they surprise us quite often. We go up against the Colorado Rockies more often than not. But goddamn, Antonio Senzatella, what can I tell you? You've got a $50 million contract, and it's the Patrick Corbin effect. As soon as you got that money, you said, you know what? I'm going to drink beer. I'm going to run the streets, and I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And it shows. Your FIP is nearly 5.00. That's like you're basically laser focused at you're gonna give up 5 runs per game, somewhere around there. Trevor Rogers, you've been a little bit better than Cincinnati, but that's easy. I could have been better than him. So Colorado is, if it doesn't get any worse for them, Trevor Rogers is a lefty, and Colorado against lefties is a .657 OPS. No bueno. Not only that, Rogers has produced 3 quality starts in his last 3 starts. So, and then he did go 2-1. So I like a hit fest over here for the Baltimore Orioles. I like Holiday and O'Neill coupled together. They've been hitting machines lately at minus 151. Little juicy, but it would be nice to sit back and just see 2 guys get a hit and make you some dineros today. I also love the Orioles minus 1.5 at minus 128. I think that's reasonable and doable. Orioles team total over 5.5, I think is just perfect weather conditions for the Orioles to put up more runs today against arguably the worst pitcher in MLB right now. That's how bad he is. Atlanta. So we're going over here to Atlanta and Texas. This is interesting little matchup. Neither one of these pitchers have seen either of the other team's lineups. But I will say this, Grant Holmes, he has not been doing very well lately. His walks are way up. He's being super wild, hitting everyone right now in this last 3 or 4 games. I think he's had like 4 hit by pitches, and he's low Ks. So all the bad things are going up, and all the good things like strikeouts are going way down. Kumar, he's just coming off of shutting down Detroit. I think he went 6 1/3 innings not too long ago against Detroit, maybe his last start. And while he hasn't been super consistent before that, I'm willing to bet on Texas again today to do what they have to do to beat Atlanta. First 5, over 4.5 runs. I think that Grant Holmes gets rocked. I think he's under 5.5 strikeouts today. I don't know why I'm getting plus money on that, but I think he gets rocked early and often. Rangers money line is absolutely affordable at minus 122. Take it. You won't be sad. Miami, Jason Junk versus Jose Quintana. Listen, both of these guys are decent pitchers on paper. I mean, Junk has been doing pretty well. Unless he's going up against lefties, of course. He's got a .331 batting average. That's a batting average versus lefties, which is off the freaking charts, right? So every 10 at bats, 3 or 4 of those guys, because we're just a little bit above 300, are going to go out and get hits. So I think he gives up quite a few runs today at minus 162. It's a little juicy. I'm taking the Brewers. And I think Quintana is going to strike out over 3.5. That seems so easy. Again, more juice, but it's going to get worse the longer you wait. Minus 159 for that one. And Brewers, team total over 3.5. I think that they really get to Jason Junk early today, and it's going to be an early exit for Jason Junk. That's just my opinion. Nationals. Let's get into the Nationals. Going so sad they're going up against Joe Ryan, which is he's one of the best pitchers in the MLB right now. He's got everybody's number. Nobody can hit him right now. He's going to dominate today. By the way, the Twins are hitting 700 OPS versus lefties. And of course, that's what Mitchell Parker is. And with an FIP of over 5 guaranteed runs in the first 5 innings over there, I think Mitchell Parker is chased early. I'm going to bet him under 15.5 total outs produced today. Also, I got a little 2-player hit parade. Buxton and Royce Lewis, both to get a hit together, minus 142. The Twins roll today, easily. Now let's head out to Houston. Hunter Brown's on the mound. This is so interesting. On the surface, you're going to see Jacob Lopez at a plus 176, Hunter Brown and these Houston Astros at minus 210. But hold the phone here. Hunter Brown has been getting lit up in his last 3 games. He's given up 13 earned runs in his last 3 games. That's scary. Astros are 779 OPS versus lefties, which Jacob Lopez is. And he's been giving up bombs. Like go check out his stats. Jacob Lopez has been giving up a lot of home runs lately, and mainly for all the season, of course. But I'm gonna kind of lean in the direction of the A's. The A's bats have been pretty hot, and they've been surprisingly hot. And I don't know. The game total is set at 7.5. Both of these guys are trending in not, shut down situations. I think it definitely goes over 7.5 at minus 112. And I would sprinkle, just a little sprinkle, on the A's first 5 plus a half a run in favor of the A's. That's a plus 116. And honestly, I'd put probably 1 unit on the A's at plus 176 to win this thing outright. So I cannot wait to see how that game progresses and what happens there. Let's head out to the Red Sox, where this could be a snooze fest, or could it be a run fest? What do you think? Clayton Kershaw, he's got a 4.27 no, that's a FIP, but his stuff is nasty. I don't care who you are. When you face this guy and he's got the curveball and the splitter and he's just herky-jerky all over the mound. He could have an incredible game today. Most likely not. I don't think he does. But he is always on the verge of greatness, fighting off the evil spirits. And I don't think he can fight them off today against the Boston Red Sox. This is a minus 155 situation for the Red Sox. Absolutely enjoyable game last night to see so many balls hit off the green monster last night. So many extra base hits. It was just so fun to watch. Both teams actually hit lefties pretty well. These guys are both lefties, but Garrett Crochet, he's got a 2.71 FIP. He's almost untouchable most of the time. I think Crochet shuts down the Los Angeles Dodgers tonight. Over 6.5 strikeouts. That's at minus 152. I think the game total's under 8.5 because I do believe Clayton Kershaw could shut down and go deep into this game. I think the Red Sox team total is under 4.5 because I think Kershaw shows up. I think he shows up. And I really, in my heart of hearts, I believe that the LA Dodgers win this game. I'm not betting that. I'm betting kind of around it. I like the unders. I like, team total under. I like Crochet. He's always striking out a lot of players. So over 6.5. It's a little bit of a stretch sometimes, I feel like, with all this power on the LA Dodgers. I would much rather bet that him going against another team. But, go lightly on the Crochet over 6.5 Ks. So we'll see how that works out. Now let's head over to Kansas City, where Tanner Bybee has been just, average. He's your average Joe. Chris Bubik, average Joe. There's nothing I love here. There's no huge leans in this one, but I will say that this is game 2 of a doubleheader. They do have an early game today. This particular game's at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bybee has been better. He's been better lately. Not for the season, just a little bit better. Unfortunately, the Guardians only hit the Kansas City, no, not Kansas City, but they only hit lefties at a 639 OPS. Bubik has been solid all year, but of course, he's lacking run support, as usual with Kansas City. The only possible lean that I was comfortable with in this one is to have both of these guys pitch pretty good games and a game total under 8. This is the most underwhelming game on the slate today. All right, heading out to San Diego, versus St. Louis. Unbelievably, I think there's a lot of runs that are going to be scored in this one. Randy Vasquez has got an over 5. Over 5 FIP is crazy. And Matthew Liberatore, of course, at 4.01. There's concern here in St. Louis. Liberatore has been giving extra rest. So he has not pitched a game in 14 or 15 days. He's been given off a lot of time because he's had a lot of workload. He's been doing too much for St. Louis, and it shows in his stats. Over his last 2 or 3 games, everything has been going in the wrong direction. And today, getting back on the mound, he's got to have some rust. After 2 weeks, what have you been doing for 2 weeks? I don't know. I don't know what I would be doing, but I know it's 90 degrees. It's going to feel like 110 there in St. Louis today. 8-mile-an-hour winds. I think the game total is over 9 today easily, which means first 5. I think it's going to go over 6 runs. I think it's going to go over 6 runs in the first 5 innings. Both of these pitchers are terrible. And what is this? This has to be wrong. Liberatore over 35 strikeouts. Surely that's not a plus 126. It must be a typo there. Let's leave that one alone. Let's not even think about what that could mean. Liberatore over 35 Ks. Don't bet that. Bet the under on that one, actually. Now, moving on, let's see what the Mets are going to do against the Giants today. Frank the Tank seems to be in the news quite often these days, just smashing his phone, biting his towel. I think he's got a little necklace, little chew toy. Poor Frank the Tank. But they are trending. I think the Mets bats are doing pretty well. They've scored quite often here in the last couple of rounds. It's going to be some weird weather in San Francisco today. 61 degrees. I don't know if you're not in California and you're just walking the streets of the United States. Ask yourself, could you take 61-degree weather today? Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. And 10-mile-an-hour winds going straight out. How is this game total only 7.5? This is crazy to me. I'm taking the game total over. I know Robbie Ray is a good pitcher. David Peterson is a great pitcher. But there's history on both sides. The Giants hit Peterson very well. The Mets hit Robbie Ray very well. I think we could see some record runs here tonight. It's one of those things where wow, these guys are supposed to be very good pitchers. I don't think so. I think the Mets, who have bats that are trending, also win this game outright on the money line, minus 102. You could see right here, minus 110, minus 115. Oh, maybe the line has moved. So the Mets at minus 102, somewhere around there. Now, moving on, let's get out to the Los Angeles Angels. Tyler Anderson, who is approaching Sensitalia neighborhoods, all right? He's not a good pitcher, and plus 118 is a disservice to the Seattle Mariners. This should be probably a plus 190, somewhere around there. He's bad. He has not had a single win since April 19th. You guys, the season's almost over. April is when they started. All right, March. But that was a long, long time ago. Seattle must win this game today. Money line, minus 138. George Kirby has not been bad, right? He just needs Seattle to show up with the bats and do what they're supposed to do. I think they do that against Anderson today. Not only that, I feel like the team total over 4.5 is an easy reach. But Kirby, who has been good, has got some negative history against the Angels. Not a ton of those guys, but maybe to the top 2 or 3 hitters. I think he's actually under 5.5 strikeouts. Here's the reason why. The last time out, he struck out 14 of these batters. This is in June, July. It was in June, mid-June. He struck out 14 batters. That almost never happens. Not only does it not happen in double digits for Kirby, it almost never happens twice against the same team within 30 days of each other. It's just unheard of. So I'm fading that kind of false narrative of Kirby being, very good against this Angels team. So I'm saying that he's going under 5.5 strikeouts in this team. All right. So that's it. That's the entire slate. I hope that you could find something that's worth betting. Of course, All my official plays are inside the Lord Maximus Discord, and the link is probably down there somewhere. Welcome to YouTube, by the way. This is the new way of me doing things. So I will say this. I love this format. It is intensive. Like, there's a lot of work that goes into this one. So I don't know if I can do full slate things. Maybe I'm going to just pick out the 5 or 6 best plays of the day, come on here, do that daily. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out the format. I'm going to definitely not be doing TikTok lives for a very long time. Of course, I'm live on one of my accounts right now, but that's just to let everyone know on TikTok that I am going to full court press everything I do on YouTube from now on. This is where I live. I am done living by the rules of TikTok. I can't even stand up and shake my ass during a live. So F you, I'm gone. YouTube, you're my new family. Let's go. Let's get it. Give me a follow. And if you have any questions, hit me up on the DM. And also, I think I do have I have a discount code. If you want to join my Discord, get all the official plays for today, here is what you do at checkout. Just the link down below. You go to wap.com. And when you check out, you can use the code FUCKTT at checkout. That will give you $10 off every month. Instead of paying $30 a month, you're only paying $20. And then we'll be best friends for at least the next 30 days. That's it. Good afternoon. Hug your family. Go out and drink a cold beer. Do some grilling, okay? Jump in a pool. Go see a movie. And give your family a break from sports after you place your bets. Anyway, good night. Good luck. And we'll see you on the flip side.